idea that the future of the North Atlantic Treaty Organization might lie in the mountains of Afghanistan. But that's just the case that President Barack Obama and British Defense Secretary John Hutton are making at NATO's 60th anniversary summit this weekend in Strasbourg. Hutton, like Obama, is trying to convince his counterparts in NATO that they should commit more troops to Afghanistan. In fact, he told the BBC on the eve of the summit that the Afghan war is the defining conflict for NATO in this part of the 21st century. It's the same message carried by Obama. Will it fly? I guess that depends on how much history makes its way into the celebration. When it was founded 60 years ago, no one would ever have dreamed that its defining conflict might, more than a century later, be in Central Asia. NATO was created in 1949 to defend Western democracies from scary Stalinist Russia. A recent guest on our program, Andrew Bacevich, said in a commentary in the LA Times this week that the best gift any American president could give NATO right now would be, quote, a valedictory address announcing his intention to withdraw the United States from the alliance, close quote. The U.S. has done its job. It's time for Europe to assume full responsibility for its own security, wrote Bacevich. And he argues that the U.S. has done European nations no favors, urging the alliance to expand its reach, abandoning its defensive posture to become what he calls an instrument of intervention. Well, on the matter of defense, it's true. NATO sat out the only really significant fight on its continent last year, the one between Russia and Georgia, and so far it's achieved more backlash than lash in Afghanistan. Peace activists gathered en masse outside the Strasbourg meeting demand more than the exit of the United States. They want the end of NATO altogether. The biggest threats to Europe, they argue, are economic and environmental. The military build-up's just a money sucker. So whether you think it should go or only that the U.S. should, still, NATO in Asia doesn't make much sense. After all, doesn't the A stand for Atlantic, not Afghanistan? That's all we have time for today. You'll find everything you've seen on this show at our website, grittv.org. There's a place to comment on every story. While you're there, join our mailing list so we can let you know what's coming up on the program. There's a podcast and a Twitter feed. That's Twitter of every blog posting. Just follow Grit TV on Twitter. And please become a supporter. We're broadcasting commercial-free across the United States on Free Speech TV, Dish Network, Channel 9415. And you can ask for us on your cable or your public television station. Thanks for watching.